Today is June 25th, 2020. Today I'd like to talk just a minute about 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Now this book was written by the Apostle John, the same man that wrote the Gospel of John and wrote the book of Revelation and wrote 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. He's writing primarily to believers, and he's saying to them not to love the world, because if you love the world, you're not loving the Father, because you can't love both. Now I'm going to give you my opinion of what that's talking about. I think there are 4 categories of the world that we as Christians sometimes love. Number 1 is power. Number 2 is popularity. Number 3 is possessions. Number 4 is pleasure. So let's talk about that. Number 1, some Christians, and of course the world in general, loves power. We love to be able to tell people what to do and to have authority over them and to have position. Even Christians in churches sometimes get carried away with a position and being an authority. But remember, Jesus said to the apostles as they were on the way to Jerusalem for the last time, they began to argue on who's going to be great among them. And Jesus said, "Let him that would be great among them be their servant." So as Christians, we don't need to love positions and love power. We need to love the Lord and be a servant for him. Then there's popularity. We all love to be popular. But when we love popularity more than we love the Lord, then something's wrong. You know, Jesus said the world hates me, and because it hates me, it's going to hate you. And he said, woe to when everybody speaks well of you. So we need to, it's okay to have friends, it's okay to be popular, but it's not okay to be popular above taking a stand and serving God. And then there's possessions, money. Now remember, it didn't say that money was the root of all evil. It said the love of money was the root of all evil. A lot of Christians get carried away with money and possessions. Nothing wrong with having a nice house, with having a nice car, with having a boat, with having a motorcycle, with having an RV. Nothing wrong with all of those until they began to get in the way of us serving God. So, we don't need to let things get in the way. Jesus said in the parable of the sower, he said, the deceitfulness of riches choke the word and they become unfruitful. Now, when we love things and let them stand in our way of serving God, then we become unfruitful. Otherwise, we don't help anyone else get saved and go to heaven. We become selfish in what we want. We love things, love money. Then number 4 is pleasure. We live in a pleasure-crazy world today, and Christians sometimes get caught up in that. Pleasure today, movies, movie stars, television, stars on television, athletics and the athletes today that we get caught up in, and we idolize movie stars, we idolize sports figures. Not anything wrong with any of those things until we put those above our service to God. Nothing. Pleasure, having a good time, having fun, not anything wrong with that, but when we get to the point that having fun and having pleasure in life is more important than our service to the Lord, then we're in trouble. We can't love these things and love God at the same time. We need to learn to love God first and foremost and let all these things just take care of themselves. Now, the next verse, it talks about the lust that we have, and we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. But right now, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, because if you love the world, you don't love the Father. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day today.